Hey everybody, Ben here for the Bonehead podcast, and we've got a very cool unbox and review for you today. We are going to be having a look at the Docminiature small miniatures case. Now, we've already seen the big miniature case, the large box, and we were pretty impressed. Now, there's a small box too, so we're going to have a look, open it up, and see just how useful it is. Okay, so the small box is available on the Docminiature's website, link down below. And the small one is £15, so let's have a look and see what it does. This adjustable hard-shell box can be used to transport larger special miniatures or dice, perfect for games such as fantasy football, skirmish games, or tabletop roleplay. It is fully adjustable with a range of removable inserts to ensure the contents fit snugly and are protected. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen our review of the large case, there's some great adjustability, some flexibility, some customization that you can do with kind of like a pluck and pick system so that you can make sure that your models fit in place. Even the bigger side fancy models like our Fembeast, you can make it fit and really well, so you can adjust it for your team. So the large box is excellent. This small box is specifically built to protect the larger, more challenging models. Now, what I don't have is a death roller, but I got a couple of good models that we can kind of use to demonstrate what this does. Now, the actual hard shell is beautiful. The quality is excellent. The way it protects the models is good. It is a hard shell clam box, and actually, I think I shook the large one around. This has got plenty of protective kind of shields for your models, and they've done a great job of the website of kind of showing off what they mean by the customization. This is going to hold well, this is going to hold one model. However, it's what we do here, right? We push it to its limits. You can fit a couple of models in there if you've got a couple of larger models that need to transport around. If you've got a large model and some dice, there's some cool things you can do with this. Now, when it comes to Blood Bowl, you've got big models kicking around, some big special ones. The Dwarf Death Roller from Forge World is the example of that, I think. And potentially their Deeproot model as well is quite a chunky boy. Now, you've got your team cases, but if you need a single model edition, that's a pretty cool way to do it. So they've gone and done a great job breaking down all the internal layers so you can really kind of plan out how you want to stage your single piece protective case. But quite frankly, the best thing you can do is open it up and have a play, which is exactly what we're going to do. So, some weird camera effects there. So this is the small miniatures case. You've got the zip. It does zip things. But this bit I really love. So inside you've got a top layer of red foam, same as the large box. That's in there to make sure things stay snugly in place. And I bet we'll find another layer, there we go, yeah, of incredibly vibrant... I didn't say this when I was doing the large box video, but this red foam is like properly reminds me of the Games Workshop cases that they did in the I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s. Proper white dwarf red, and Docminiature has somehow managed to find the most like retro color of red, which I absolutely love. So this is what I mean by customization. So we saw it in the kind of illustration, but here you've got all of these different segments. I'm going to kind of pull this bit out so you can kind of see the different pieces of pluck and pick that you've got to kind of use to flex. So there's like an outer shell, you've got a big one in the middle, and you've got these ones here. So depending on what model it is, you can kind of flex these pieces. They're easy enough to pull out, but they are firm enough to stay in place. So we're going to start at the bottom by pulling out the what I would call regular sized one. So you've got these little spacers here, which I think are exactly the same as the one in the main case. Okay, Black Orc, that one. Yeah, you can fit him in there. Okay, wicked. Which means if you want something bigger, you can pull the spacer out. And this also means that if you want a case for two specific models, so if you've got a couple of star players, actually, this is going to allow you to have the space to put 2 star players in and keep them nice and protected. But all these different layers here means that you can flex it out all the way up to gigantic size for your models. So we've got our Fembeast model here, who will fit nicely in that center zone. And if you want that extra protection, you've got that kind of extra 10mm layer there. You can put him in and make sure that he's stuck in place. Now the foam is It's soft enough that it's not going to hurt your paint job, but it's firm enough that it's going to keep it in place. Let's do the shake. There you go. He stayed in place and stayed protected, which is exactly what you want to do. Disclaimer, don't shake your models, shake your dice, not your models. Anyway, so it passed the Fenbeast test. The next large model we're going to try is a Brute Fun Croxigor from my College of Beasts team from our Dungeon Bowl series. So, big boy, and I think we'll take out the 10mm bit there, and he doesn't quite fit. You can probably put him in an angle if you need to. Actually, that's perfect. Yeah, all right, done. Okay, so there you go. You can pull out all the little inserts, and you can find the perfect way to keep your big guy model nice and safe, which is lovely. Now, there's one more test. This is a Death Roller from Punga Miniatures. And because it's me, I believe I scaled him up to 110% size. It is an awkward model for the pitch, for any kind of carrying case, because it is big. It is even bigger than our Fenbeast, and it's miles bigger than kind of your average Games Workshop piece. So it is a big boy. And normally it wouldn't fit in there. You'd have to kind of squidge it, move it around, get the angle quite right to fit it in. But because Docminiature have got this removable inner system, you drop him in. He's good to go. And you've got these flexible 10mm pieces, so actually if you want a little bit of extra buffer in there, you can do it. But even without the buffer, chuck the lid on, and it wobbles around, but he will stay protected. So that's why it's adjustable. That's what that element is for, because you can have two regular sized models or just one of the bigger models that you want, like the Fenbeast, and it will be perfectly protected. Okay, so there you have it. We've looked at the big case and it was great. You've got this cool additional case, useful for a couple of star players, useful for a particular big guy model of yours you want to keep free and separate and well protected. I like it. It's useful, it's adjustable. The team one is perfect for Blood Bowl, but this is a great additional accessory. Now, if you're a Blood Bowl light, it's really good for like a big star player model or two. That works brilliantly. But I think it's going to be perfect for stuff like 40k or Necromunda, where you've got like the Dreadnought sized models. I think that's kind of going to be really useful for you to kind of bring out specific pieces like that. And it will be too small for some of the larger models, but hey, this is a skirmish based kind of world. So stuff like a single big guy star player is exactly what this case is designed for. And for £15, it's going to keep it very safe. And that, I think, is a really good price point for a really useful thing. So Christmas is coming up. If you feel like getting yourself a little bit of a useful treat, then I do wholeheartedly recommend checking out Docminiature's website. They've got some great stuff on there for Blood Bowl, and more Blood Bowl is more better, and more Blood Bowl stuff is more better. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Happy blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Or come join us on YouTube Members or in Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to some content, some loot, early access to basically everything we do, as well as regular competitions. Or you can pick up some Bonehead Podcast loot either on our website at boneheadpodcast.com. We've got the Dungeon Bowl things, we've got tokens and stuff like that, or on our Spreadshirt site as well. Everything you do just helps us make more content and hopefully do it of better quality. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy blocking.